Welcome everyone to week 88 and my 736 subscribers, thank you very much. What we've done this week? Well, we've done a bit of building works, some block work, some concrete, and we're just doing some concrete work now outside, which you'll see in about 20-25 minutes. There's a couple of other items I've included in this video which I think you might find funny or useful. So without further ado, let's go and check out what's happening. Right, what we've done this morning, what time is it? It's 2:30. So what we've done up to now, we've cast that column, a little bit of block work there, and he's just doing the reveals to the doors. So by the end of today, hopefully some of that will be finished. Depends how many blocks we've got left, of course. We've decided the windows will be 800 off the floor, so we'll settle that. Then the height of the windows is 1.3, I think, which is that size there. So this little window by the reveal here, I think he's done it 60, and I think my meeting with Marvin had all four windows the same size, that, and that. So they should all be the same size. So there they are, removing that undersized window and putting a proper window in its place. Close of play Monday, you can see they've made that opening wider for the window, and they've constructed that wall. The doorway is the right size, and they've constructed those walls there, the piers. So what they've done today, they've put the extra block on each of the columns to bring it up to the right size. They've got that bit to do. He's doing that bit there, so he's bringing that up to the right size. We've got this bit to do here, and we've done that one, as you can see, all the way across. Good morning everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. I've just been round to Rod's house, where we all meet once a fortnight to discuss the next outreach and what's going on in our lives. Someone said these videos were getting better, so he went up in my estimation. He's also got a cracking selection of watches as well. I'm a bit envious of that. Right, so what's happening today? Let's have a quick look. We've taken the formwork off that one we saw yesterday and that one. We put the formwork on that one and cast it, and on that one and cast it. So those two are busy being done. They're just offloading some more blocks from the street onto the building area, and we're going to, this afternoon, we're going to be block laying on the top layer. Now I have to say, this is a very, very well made machine. It's obviously a spotlight made to look like the old spotlights of old. It's metal, it's fully adjustable on the brackets. You lock it into position. I think it's one of the best purchases I've made off Shopee. You can hear it's metal, it's sprayed black, kind of a matte black, and there's not a scratch on it anywhere, there's no indentations. It really is first class. So thoroughly recommended, 100%. This is the large size. I kid you not, it is large. There's my hand. You can see how big it is. Very nice indeed. Not sure I should be allowing this. I know Maisie's on heat and everything, but to be rogered by an Alsatian, well, starting off her sexual life a bit bad, isn't it? Let me go and rescue the old dog. Ridiculous. I know you're interested, Max. What's going on? So we've put on that row. I think from memory, I think all that top row has gone on. Now you may be wondering what that pile of equipment is there and all of this. Well, I'll tell you. I've got some guys here today. You recognise them? Yes, you do. You recognise that lot. And let's talk to the boss and find out what they're going to do today. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. For now, we will install the wire from here to your house to your man cave. And then we will install the repeater so we can reach anywhere in your place.
Excellent. Yes, I know. After growing that grass for 9 months, look what these men are doing. Look what they're doing to it. Ruining it. Actually, what they've got to do, they've got to put the cable, the electricity cable, inside that metal pipe in the ground. So they're digging a deep a channel for it. Where it goes across the drain here, we're just going to knock out a bit of concrete, put the pipe across there, and then make good the concrete afterwards. And that will go all the way to the house. There's a little orange connection somewhere there, about there somewhere. So they'll just connect it into there. These guys, they're gonna connect, yes, so this is going to go up that pole and along there like the other one did into that junction box there, and the plan is to connect into that box down the bottom and put a separate fuse in, breaker I mean, so that we can switch the building on and off at that point. You can see they've come through the wall there, just there. They're going to run another metal pipe all the way along there, or go into that pipe, I'm not sure, all the way along and then back down. Max has hurt he keeps dislocating his claw things. Can I just have a look at your paw? These claw things, he dislocates these and it either goes up or down as the case may be, and then he limps around yelping, and I have to press it down or up as the case may be to put it back into joint, and it can't be normal for a dog. It really can't, but I keep having to do it. He's just done it twice in about 10 minutes. Chopper. Yeah, you can see they've enlarged the hole so they can get their new metal pipe through. You can see they've painted the pipe black, or sprayed it black, so it matches the existing one in the garage. And you can see what they've done, like they did the earthing wire. They've put a new plastic pipe on the outside, painted it black, putting the holding brackets on now, which they will paint black when they finish and do any little bits of touch up. And that runs across here black, so you can't see it. And then inside there, I think, all the way down to the bottom like that one, or maybe on the outside of it, connects to this off to the house. This company, I have to tell you, If you want solar power, if you want anything to do with electrics, if you want them to do the Wi-Fi, anything to do with cabling, they really are excellent. And I've been told by their manager that they also do house construction. So that must be pretty damn good as well. So if you want their details are in the blogs further back. If you go through my videos to find the solar power ones, you'll find all their details. But I'll willingly pass them on to you if you send me a message. And they do any area within Bataan as well. So in fact, I believe any area in the Philippines. So if you're anywhere in the Philippines and you want solar, electricity, anything to do with cabling, you name it, give me a ring, I'll give you their number, no problem. And I don't get commission out of this. 1:30, just after lunch. He's gone as far as he can on that side. He's just got that bit left to do, and then both walls are up to the final blockwork height. As I said before, the ring beam goes on top of that. As you know, the electricity supply goes in the orange plastic pipe up the wall to the fuse box inside the building. Well, we were going to do the Wi-Fi on extenders, but he did bring a couple of very powerful extenders, but really going through the brick walls and the distance, it lags. Although we get a signal in the building, it does lag. So plan B, and he's just confirmed the two wires won't be affected, and that is we're going to run the internet cable in here alongside the electrical cable. So at the minute we're feeding it down this leg. We're going to connect it to the cables that are run inside here already and just pull it through into the house. So that's the plan for the Wi-Fi and the electrics. And what he's going to do, what he's going to do inside the house is he's going to run this Wi-Fi cable through the garage at eye level inside a pipe, so it all looks nice, paint it black, through the wall in the garage into the dining room next door to the existing house router, and just plug it in the bottom of that. Then we'll have a direct line hardwired from the router to the building. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So we're inside the house now, and what we're trying to do is measure from the garage is the other side of that. So we're measuring from the corner along, and from that point down. We've written the measurements down, so we're going to drill a hole. So anywhere along there is fine. So we've just gone in the garage to make sure it doesn't go into the back of the solar powered distribution box and God knows what else. And then we're going to drill a hole through here into the garage and feed the LAN cable accordingly. So we came down that behind these units. We're just going to zip tie it together now so it's all neat. Behind these outlets, loose wire down there behind that, and it'll just go and then into the other room. Right, close of play on Wednesday, and my boy has put he's put a support across the top of that one with some rebar, and he's concreted that in. He's put the first level of blocks on. There's another three to, well, there are three in total to go on. So that's the first one. He's busy doing that one. He's done all of that wall. That wall's finished. And then the old man over here, he started to construct with reinforcement the upper tie beam that will go across the top all the way around the building, and on top of that we lay the roof steelwork. There's the cables coming out the wall for the electricity and the Wi-Fi, so the fuse box will go just there, so that's easily connected into. Well, that's progress today. We've done the front and we've put a few blocks, and we've done the lintels for the returns here. So all you've got to do is finish off here and do that little stretch down there. As for the old man, he's still struggling with that. He's been doing that all day. He's still struggling with that beam there. And the solar boys came back today. They just made good that, zip tied the wires in place. They were going to connect up this to a replacement breaker there. However, oh, the fans have just started, but that breaker is not man enough, so they said, I'll tell you what we'll do. When you get your distribution panel in there, we'll come back then, connect up in here, so all you got to do is flick a switch and there's power on in the building. I said, yeah, that's brilliant. He said, anything else running off it? I said, well, only the CCTV. He says, have you got a company? I said, well, I have really. He says, well, we do CCTV. I said, do you really? I said, how much for 6 cameras? So he told me the price. It was quite decent. I said, all right then, so if I get you back when the power's going in, before we plaster and before we've started the ceiling, you can run all your cabling above the ceiling and it'll be a piece of cake. And then any cabling that is going down the walls, we can recess that in the wall and they can plaster over it. We'll never know it's there. And he said, yeah, exactly. So I think they're going to be doing the CCTV as well. Now let's just have one more look at the progress as of 2 o'clock. So that's the progress mid-afternoon on Thursday. Oh, I'll tell you a bit of news, shall I? There's a plot of land near where we live. It's not brilliant. It's not perfect, but there is a plot of land. So myself and Antonio, a friend of mine, went to see it. It'll do for my purposes, because all I'm going to do is put a house on it, no bigger than the one I'm building here really, except for the bedrooms. So it'll be about 100 metres squared. So I'll whack a house on it. I thought a bird had shat on my head for a minute there. I think it just a spot of rain. Right, so what I was saying is we saw this plot of, let's do like, so we could build that I could then sell mine, make a profit and move on to the next property I do. He was talking about buying the plot adjacent to it, also the same size, building his house and maybe living in it for a while. His wife's got to see it just to give it the final okay. So the agent that is dealing with it is going to go back to the owner and sort a few things out. We're going to sort a few things out. Maybe we buy it, maybe we don't, but at least I thought I'd tell you we are doing things behind the scenes to get our next our building projects underway. So when this one stops, we've got something to roll on to. So there you go, you're up to date. Now you can see those reinforcing bars sticking out. Now that's for the window canopy. So over each window we'll have that. That's how far it'll stick out, exactly like the existing house. Now you can see what they've done. They've linked in the tie beam to the column. They've got the stirrups at the correct centres, connecting it into the columns again and at that side. And then what they will do when it's all ready is pour the concrete to the columns and the tie beam in one go, so it's a continuous pour. How good's that? Well, it's official. That's all the block work is now to the house finished. Okay, the only block work we've got left is in the bathroom outside. Now the clouds are looking a bit threatening, to tell you the truth. Now we can concentrate on this reinforcement here. So we've got this in place here. It's got to be raised a bit in the middle to make it parallel, but it's got it roughly there. That one looks as if it's been done. This one's sagging in the middle, so they've got to raise it. And they're just this one here, they've just started this one here to get that one right. Axe, roll over. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh, he loves a good tummy rub as well. Got the old back legs going. Yeah, he's a good lad. Speak. Speak. Speak! Yay! Yeah, I forgot to tell you there's a couple of extra workers today. So this reinforcement is progressing quite well. Formwork started, hasn't it? So, pouring of the concrete. You can see it on the horizon. Max is in his cage at the minute, because he's a bit of a guard dog, and we've got a couple of things in the garden that we don't normally have. One is Ebsa's child. He'd definitely have a chew of that. And then there's Maisie, who's on heat, giving off a smell, so that's driving him crazy as well. So he'll have to stay in his cage for maybe another 30 minutes. Well, I've got a bit of a news on my books I'm writing. a publisher has contacted me with the good news that they're prepared to proofread it, to print it, to advertise it, to distribute it and to sell it. Both of them. So within the next month I'll get back a draft copy, all bound and set and everything. All I've got to do is read through it, make sure it's all right, send it back, and then they do the rest. So if any of you guys want a copy of both books, then I'll sign it and I'll send it off to you. Just start saving your pennies. One's called The Story of Dubai's First Bank Robbery. It's fictional. And then the same guys are in the second book, the story of the Ziggyberg Castle aliens. That's not so fictional. It was about a alien landing in 775 AD. You can find it on the internet, just to show you that I'm not making these things up. So anyway, so both books should be available on here in the next few months, I would say, by the time it takes them to print the copies and me to read through both again for the 100th time to proofread it, make sure the typesetting's okay, the page numbers are on, etc, etc, etc. So there you go. Back to building, then I know what I'm talking about. Well, it's the end of the week, Saturday. It's mid-afternoon, so I guess the guys aren't going to be doing a great deal more than what they're doing at the moment. So I'll just go down there and take a quick video, and then I'll post this so you've got something to watch over the weekend. You see that? That's Max reacting to Maisie, who is now walking the garden without her nappy, because she wears a nappy at the moment, because like I told you, she's on heat. So he can smell it from there. He can't see her, but he can smell her. What a nose that boy's got. Right, I'll be honest, Joy's gone into town today to buy some garden soil. 9 or 19, I can't remember, bags of it. Because this grass, parts of it's growing, part of it are a bit threadbare. And I'm looking and it's rock hard clay, remember. So I'm going to sprinkle some of that topsoil on the existing soil and the clay to give the grass something to hold on to. So that'll be my job for probably Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. I'll just be going around sprinkling soil on my grass. All right, let's go and have a look at what's happening. So we're just mixing up some concrete. The first pour is imminent, and that's going on that back wall there where the formwork is. So in a few minutes, once that's been mixed up with a bit of water, the guys will be sticking it in there. Then they'll leave it over the weekend, Sunday, and then on Monday they can remove the formwork and reuse that somewhere else. That's the plan. They've just broken off from fixing the rebar around there, because this needs to be done to allow them to work on Monday. Oh, a nice bit of progress for this week. If you compare it with Monday. So, signing off until I see you again.